quick glance around leafy Edinburgh. It's actually start of November. I suppose that's autumn. Is it winter yet? I don't know. Anyway, it's a lovely day today. Sun shining, quite mild. As you can see, the trees are shedding their leaves. Very pleasant indeed. So I'll show you a little bit around where I stay, what it's like in Edinburgh. I think often people get the impression that up here in Scotland it's the frozen wastelands. It's not. It's not. We hardly ever see snow these days. Hasn't been a white Christmas for years and years. It's just very pleasant. It's not a bad climate. It's never too hot in the summer. Yes, it's chilly in winter, but most of Europe is. Most of Europe is. So the car's come back, and a couple of things I've noticed. One of them is quite disappointing. Oops. No, it's not that I can't get the door open. The light's not coming on anymore. That is a Pininfarina thing. Well, a Lancia thing as well, probably, but when the door opens, that comes on, so it's not coming on anymore. And it was before I went to the garage, so I don't know what's happened there. It's not a huge thing, obviously, but it just looks so nice when it's lit up. So that needs to get sorted. Seats are looking worse. Ugh. So once I get the car actually able to be driven more than a couple of miles without having the fear of death in me, it's going to get the seats done and the carpets, because the carpets are fusty and a bit niffy, and I've had enough of them. So thinking about colour change. I'm not a big fan of red. I thought perhaps a lighter blue. Big fan of light blue for various reasons. What do you think? Light blue, dark blue? Not red. Now, this is a bit worrying for me, because the car was sitting outside, for nearly 6-7 weeks at Wetherspoons. I'm getting covered in tree sap, and I can't get the stuff off. The thing is, I don't know whether it was there. I mean, I think you can see it actually. You can see those marks. Now, I don't think those marks were there before, and I've spent most of this morning trying to get them off, and they're not coming off. That's, so I've sent away for a sort of a sap removal spray thing, which will come in the next couple of days. But I mean, I've tried various things this morning. I just cannot get this shifted. I mean, at some point the car's going to get a respray anyway, because it's looking a bit, looks great from 5 yards, but once you get up close, I think I genuinely cannot remember whether all these marks were there before. I've been there since I bought it. I just can't recall. Never really. I don't think they were, but they might have been. The guy had this car before me, sort of in effect painted it himself with the help of some people, but I don't want to be rude or anything, but I don't think it's the greatest job ever done. Anyway, that's a little update there. So now that the car's back, I'll get back to more regular videos. Okay, thank you. Good morning. Today it's Tuesday, October 28th. That's right. And we are going to try and start the car after a week or so, nothing. started. Not exactly first time. There's been quite a bit of work done in the ignition system, a new electric ignition kit, various other things, reconditioned starter motor, new fuel pump. Well, it's not new, I think it's from a 1980s Ford or something, so, but revs running very high. You can hear the so I was meant to go to the garage tomorrow to get the new air idle valve control fitted, which should stop the revs sticking so high. We're up about 1500 in the moment of idle, so that's too high. The whole thing feels very stressed. It's very tense. A bit like myself, tense. Greetings, boys and girls. Well, this arrived for me over the weekend when I was down in Manchester. I couldn't stop myself buying some parts from this guy who was sort of first advertised on the Lancia 2000 Coupe Facebook page. He had various photographs of all the bits and bobs he had from his 2000 Coupe, and he also had a 2000 HF. And I couldn't stop myself from buying some bits and bobs. So this arrived. Now, it's slightly odd packaging, I have to say. This thing, no, it's not a cricket bat. It is, however, well, once I get it open, I'll show you what it was. But it's like sort of, why couldn't you have got a bigger box and sort of stuck it inside, as opposed to sort of taping it onto the outside? Isn't that sort of asking for trouble? Possibly. I would have got a bigger box and just put it inside. I mean, it's, you know, it's sort of, luckily it's arrived sort of relatively unscathed, but possibly asking for trouble. Or perhaps I'm just being a little bit pernickety. Anyway, we'll get the box open and I'll show you all the goodies inside, some of which I don't even need, but I couldn't stop myself. Here's the box of goodies opened. First thing is, this was the thing that was sticking out. It's a passenger parcel side thing that opens up. Now, the guy said that he had the lock for it, and I was buying the one with the lock. Obviously, there's no lock in there, so hopefully the lock's in the box. Now, I've got one already, my car, which actually is probably in better condition, but I thought I might try and do this up and see if I can get it looking brand new, in which case I shall then use that one instead. It's quite solid, that actually. It's quite heavy. Rest of the box. That's the bottom of the steering wheel cowl, which I'm going to again paint up. I haven't got the top bit. And the back is, we'll get it off. Fairly poor condition Lancia grille shield badge. Don't need one, and mine's better, but again, I'll try and clean it up and make it look better. This is interesting. This is the ashtray thing that sits, well, no, that's not an ashtray, it's a you know, storage space which sits in between the driver and passenger seat, just in line with the center console. Again, I don't need it, but well, One going spare. Somebody else might need it. Lancia toolbox. Complete. Sort of. So there's one bit missing. I don't think this is actually from the 2000 Coupe because, again, I've got a toolbox, but it's got a soft cover. This looks to me like a slightly later toolbox, perhaps still 1970s, but not quite the for the 2000 HF. Again, it's got Lancia branded things, so wasn't that expensive. Good God, Jesus, this doesn't look in very good condition. This is the this is a door seal, a window seal, original Lancia one, 2000 Coupe door seal. It's got the original Lancia branding on there. Didn't pay much for it, just as well because it's withered. Not in very good condition. However, I'm sure bits of it could be used. Cut away bits of it. And that's like 50 years old. So I'm surprised that it's a bit withered. You can get much newer ones in much better condition than that. More expensive, but hey ho. Ah, there's a lock for the glove box. Hasn't got a key though, is it? Fan belt. There are two more things. Two of these. These are the black grills that go in the back windows. Just there. Again, I don't need them because the ones I've got in the car are okay. Although ones in the car, some of the one side of the car, two of these slats have like snapped. They're still in piece, but they're they're broken. So I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll just get these painted up and try and get them looking like new again, and I can always put them on the car later on when the car gets disassembled for its respray in X years' time. There's a second one. Seem to be complete. Last but not least, I think this is the best thing. These are like hen's teeth. This is a blanking plate for the stereo. Sits in the center console. Pininfarina original blanking plate. With the screws in the back. Now, I intend to put a much better radio at one of these sort of retro modern Bluetooth things that look like old radios in. So I don't know why I got this, but I've got it. I don't need it, but I've got it. And I wanted it. And they're very rare. So I paid £40 for it. I mean, that's not too bad. You see guys on eBay, if they ever come up, 2-3 times that much. So that's in decent condition. I'll give it a wee clean and I'll be fine. So that's it. That's the box of goodies. Stuff I don't need, but I wanted.